Hello friends, my name is Sarah. I'm the artist and maker behind Denim and Rain. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we jump into it, you can find all the links to all the things down below in the description box. My Instagram, my Pinterest, my Ravelry website, you know, my Ko-Fi in case you want to buy me a cup of tea, because I don't drink coffee. But today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking unpopular opinions. I'm going to be sharing with you today my unpopular opinions within the fiber world. But before we get into that, just a little disclaimer. There are things that you like that I don't like. And there are things that I don't like that you do like. That's the same thing, just said backward. There are things that I like that you don't like, and things that I dislike that you like. Basically that. So, don't get your panties in a bunch. This is all for fun. You like what you like. I like what I like. I don't like, you know, some things. You don't like some things. That's just how the world goes. So, don't get up in arms. And let me know your unpopular opinions. I want to know what you think. Put it down in the comments below and let's get into it. Okay, so this one isn't really an unpopular opinion. This is just something I do. I don't like swatching. I think it's overrated, guys. It's overrated. For me, it never works out. It never fails. I swatch. I start my project. My gauge is different from my swatch every time. Every time. So there's literally no point in me swatching. I start my project. I check my gauge. If it's working out, then great. If it's not, then we rock. But I don't gauge swatch. And sometimes I don't even check my gauge as I go. Not gonna apologize for it. It's just something I do. Okay. Don't come at me. I don't like triangle shawls. I think they look kind of grandma. It's just my opinion. Now, if you like wearing them, that's awesome. For me, it makes me think of my grandma. Even though my grandma doesn't wear shawls, ironically enough. But, you know, I just don't like them. They're not really appealing to me. I never look at a shawl and think, oh, I want to knit that. Like, never. There's never been a shawl that somebody has shown and I'm like, I want to make that. I think they're beautiful. There's some people like the stitch patterns and the colors and all the things that people put into shawls. Stunning. Do I ever want to make one? No, not really. I do want to make a schlanket, but it's more a blanket than a shawl or something, like a small throw. Basically, I want to make a small throw. Okay, moving on. I think a tubular bind off and cast on is a waste of time and doesn't add anything to the finished garment. Now, there are lots of you going, Sarah, what are you talking about? It makes it seamless and beautiful. To me, I don't notice the difference, like, at all. I don't understand it. To me, it takes way too much time. I'm not going to bother with it. I've done it a couple of times and been like, I spent all that time doing that. For that? Like, it doesn't look that much different at all. I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you like to do it, good for you. But, you know, I will never waste my time with a tubular cast on or bind off. If a pattern calls for it, I say, cool. Long tail cast on, and your typical, I do like this like weird, like it's a regular bind off, but like before you like go to grab your other stitch, you like twist your needle weird, so it twists the yarn and then you grab the next stitch and it makes it like slightly more stretchy, but not as stretchy as the Jenny's incredibly stretchy bind off, something like that, I don't know. But tubular bind offs, waste of time, not interested, don't want it. I'm not a huge fan of fades. I just, maybe, I don't know. They seem a little dated to me now. I feel like they were a fad and the trend like 4 years ago or so. But now I think, you know, we can go without it. Fades, I mean, sometimes I've seen one and I'm like, that is beautiful. But most of the time I think, nah, it's just one color, guys, just one color or color work, but not a huge fan of the fade. Okay, the next one is brioche. I'm not a fan. I don't think it's that pretty. I don't think it's that pretty. I really don't. It looks like ribbing. It looks like ribbing. I don't know what to tell you. It just looks like ribbing, like a plumper ribbing. I really don't like it when it's in like other patterns. Like either do a cable or do a rib. I don't know. I think it looks weird. I don't like it. I know, like, usually as a knitter, it's like you learn how to knit and then you kind of like learn all of that and then you move on to brioche. Well, I won't learn brioche. Like, and now, don't get me wrong, there's some of the 2-colored hats that I think are pretty cool looking, but it's not because it's ribbing, but with 2 colors, and I like that. But like the whole pattern and shapes, and not into it. Not into it. Don't like brioche. Not my thing. I don't like trends. I don't like to make what everybody else is making. I seem to see this thing where on YouTube or Instagram, once like one person makes something, it's like everybody else starts to make it because, oh, they made it. I don't know what draws people to make what other people are making. For me, I just make whatever I want. And then if everybody else is making it, then I kind of don't want to make it anymore. I don't know. What do you think? Do you like to knit trendy things? I don't. But let me know. Do you like to make trending things and what everybody else is making? Or do you like to make your own thing? Let me know. I'm very curious on that one. Okay, sock photos. Outside. Without shoes on? Who goes outside without their shoes on? Why on earth would you take photos of socks outside without shoes on? I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, literally, I've had nightmares. I'm going somewhere and suddenly I look down and I have no shoes. I'm only wearing socks. So why, I don't know. Just, I don't get it. I think it's silly. Just wear the socks inside the house or show, you know, the socks inside of boots or in like Birkenstocks or something like that. But not socks on the dirt, on the grass. It like gives me anxiety. Like, the socks are dirty now. My kids go outside every now and then without their shoes on and they're just wearing socks and I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Put your shoes on or take your socks off. So yeah, photos of your socks outside without shoes on. Not a fan. Don't like it. It gives me anxiety. Can't handle it. All right, so my last unpopular opinion is, don't come at me. Variegated yarn looks prettier in a skein than it does in projects. I don't like the way it looks knit up. Stop looking at me that way. I know some of you will agree, but I know a lot of you say, no thank you, I think it's stunning. That's great that you think it's stunning. It's not for me. I like solids. Now for socks, I can handle a crazy variegated sock. But I wear crazy socks to begin with. I wear socks with patterns and prints on them, like Star Wars and fruit and, you know, silly things. So a crazy sock, I'm all for it. But a sweater, I don't like it. I don't think it looks that good, guys. I don't know. Just, it's stunning in the skein. I would love like a wall full of like variegated yarns, like, but I don't like yarn just sitting. I think, like, for me, I'd want to knit with it, but you know, it'd be pretty. It'd be pretty to have a wall full of variegated yarn. Are you a solids person or are you a variegated person? Let me know. All right, everyone, those are my unpopular opinions surrounding the fiber world. I would love to know yours. I've been thinking I should do a video of all of your guys's, so pop them down in the comments below. Let me know your unpopular opinions. Do you agree with any of mine? Do you highly disagree? Keep it civil, but you know, go ahead. Let me have it. What do you really think? Do you like that variegated yarn? Do you love brioche and knitting what everybody else is knitting? You know, are you a good knitter and do you swatch? So let me know what you think down below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time for my next video. Bye.